What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to Amazon, selling on Amazon, making passive income and finally achieving financial freedom. So for today's video, I wanted to really break it down to you. If you don't know what it's like selling on Amazon, if you've never heard of this business model before and it's something that you came across very recently, this is the perfect video for you. What I'm going to do today is tell you what it's really like selling on Amazon, what do you have to do, and if this is the right business model for you, whether that is just selling one product and making anything between £500 to £1,000 a month to supplement your current lifestyle, or something that will actually replace your 9 to 5 and you will be able to take this business forward full time. What I will also suggest you do is take some notes and make sure you go back, for example, on the video, because it is going to be quite a lot of detail and information for you to take in. However, I will try and keep it as short as possible. What I cannot stress enough is to let you know how amazing this opportunity actually is. It definitely can help you live a better life, can help you make more money on the side, full time, or however you want it to be. It all depends on how much money you put on up front and also how much work and time you are willing to put up, so to improve your current lifestyle. So let's get to it. Selling on Amazon, how does it actually work? Well, in this particular business model, Amazon allows us third-party sellers to bring out our products and sell them on their platform for a fee. So if you're interested in selling on Amazon, what you're going to have to do is, first of all, set up an Amazon seller account, set up a limited company, and then start doing your product research. Product research that will involve you looking at various products that are currently selling on Amazon and seeing how well they're doing. Once you have found a product or a niche that you would like to get into, that you think you can improve on, then you start looking for products, whether that will be in China, in India, or anywhere else, at a cheap price but for good quality. Okay, products that you would be happy to represent in your marketplace on Amazon. Once you have found that product, you buy usually 500 to 600 units in your first batch and you get them shipped over to Amazon, or to most of the time actually, to your house first to inspect those goods. Okay, once they are shipped, and that can be via air, which is much faster but also more expensive, or sea, which is a lot slower but it's much cheaper as well. And once that comes to your house, what you're going to have to do is then look over the product quality, look how well they're packaged, and if you're happy with the quality, then you're going to start taking pictures of that particular product and creating what we call an Amazon listing. Okay, the Amazon listing is basically what you see every single product listed on Amazon. It's going to have the title, which is going to have to be very well optimized. It's going to have the product images, which are crucial in your product success, and it's going to have its key features as well, which is going to have a lot of product key sort of phrases that people search for, and allow Amazon to understand as to what exactly key phrases should people be putting in to find your product. Now the key here is to make sure your product is ranking on the first page, because effectively 85%, or actually even more than that, of Amazon sales are made on the first page, and this is where we help you. Okay, if this sounds like something that you would be interested in but you're feeling quite overwhelmed, I do have a mentorship service which I will leave in the link in the description below, so please check it out. But for now, let's just stick to it and let's continue going, and I will take you step by step as to what exactly this business model involves. So the first thing you're going to have to do is set up your own limited company. Now, if you have had business experience before, you probably have done this before, but if not, that's absolutely fine. What you're going to have to do is go on .gov.uk website and type in how to set up your own limited company, and then you're going to be taken to their website, which is going to go step-by-step process as to choosing your name, your directors and company secretary, your various other sort of documents to prepare for your limited company, where you'll provide your address, your proof of address, and various other things, and then you will finally register your company. Now, if you are going to sell on Amazon professionally, you will have to set up your own limited company, because Amazon does not want to have the liability of dealing with you personally. They want business to business interaction between the two parties. If you want to not to set up your own company, then you will only be limited by selling as not as a professional, but only as an individual on Amazon. And that will restrict your ability to sell many items in the long run. So if you are going to take this business seriously, I would strongly suggest the very first thing you want to do is set up your own limited company. It only takes about half an hour and it will only cost you £12, and everything will be done very quickly, and you will get all your paperwork to your home address or whatever the address you gave to gov.uk within a couple of days. Now, the next thing I want you to do is set up a business bank account. Okay, now the business bank account is very important, and it's basically just so you have your own personal checking account. Well, now your business, which is its own legal entity, is going to have its own business bank account as well, and this is where all the money, all the thousands of pounds of profit that you're going to be making is going to be going to. Okay, now you can easily go with something like a high street retail bank like an HSBC, Barclays, or you can go with something that's a little bit more new, like one of those fintech companies where everything is done online, like a Starling Bank, or I saw Tide here as well. Those are usually a little bit faster. The setup takes a couple of days as opposed to the high street retails, which require a bit more verification to be done, and that can take a little while. So I personally, when I started, I went with Lloyd's. However, if I was going to start now, it would probably be something with one of those smaller, newer online banks that do not require you to provide too much verification, and you can get everything done very quickly. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is set up your own professional seller account, and this is where you're going to provide Amazon with all the information, okay, about you, about your business, and what you're going to be doing, what kind of products you're going to be selling. And it's very quickly done. You know, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and you just start selling, and you will pay £25 plus VAT per month, so about £30 a month once you sign up. Okay, the next thing, now that you've got your business set up, your business bank account set up, and you also have your seller account set up, now that these three things are done, now what you need to do is decide on what product you are going to sell. Okay, and this is where product research comes in. Product research is by far the most important part of this business model, because effectively you can have the best listing, you can have the best possible pictures. If the product is wrong, if it's selling in the wrong niche, if it's not better than the competition, or not priced differently, doesn't have any better functions or anything like that, you will find yourself at a loss. And you will also find yourself at a point where you have a ton of inventory and you are unsure of how to get rid of it. Okay, so very simply what we do is we start looking for different products, and I here have an example of a beach ball which currently is selling for around £7-8 depending on, we have £1, £2, £3 as well. Okay, and what we do here is we actually go on Helium 10 Chrome extension, okay, and this will actually show us quite a few things about the product. It will show every single seller's revenue for the last month. It will show us how many reviews they have, okay, their review count, and it will also show us their price and their sales, and also a lot of information that is very important to us. Okay, what we want to do is we want to make sure that a lot of sellers are making at least above £1,000 a month in sales. Okay, if the niche is not good, if the niche is not popular, then we will find that the product is not selling as well. There's not many people making, you know, thousands of pounds of sales, and it's probably not the niche for us to get into. Okay, so let's say we have now decided to move on to the beach ball, and this is a nice, small, easy, light product for us to get in, and that we can easily ship via air, which is going to come into your marketplace a lot faster. The next thing we do is go onto Alibaba. Now we type in alibaba.com, and it's basically Chinese version of Amazon. This is where we will try and find our suppliers, okay? And as you can see, I typed in beach ball and we have over 7,000 results for different beach balls, and as you can see, they are sold for pennies, anything from 20 cents to about 80 cents, if not cheaper. And what we want to do is just message a few of these suppliers and inquire them, how much would it cost if we wanted 500 units? How quickly can you produce them, and how quickly can you send them? Most of the time with this sort of simple products, they will be able to send these out pretty quickly, and you should receive it into your marketplace, or at least into your home country, within 2 weeks, because I imagine they are quite light. and with them not inflated, you can put a lot of them in one box. You probably would get 2-3 boxes worth of 500 units pretty quickly. And this is just an example. You don't have to go for a beach ball, but it's just a good example to start off. And ideally, you do want to start off with a product that is relatively light, simple, doesn't break easily, it's not really electronic, there's nothing can really go wrong with it, okay? You're not trying to make as much money as you want from the very beginning. You want to make sure you learn the process. You learn of how Amazon actually works and start making a little bit of profit. Okay, then once you have made that profit and you're going on to more expensive, more complicated products, you will really start seeing a difference in your revenue, in your profits, etc. Okay, and the very last thing I want you to do is once you start selling on, once you buy your product, and this is basically the dashboard that you're going to see on Amazon, and it's going to have a lot of zeros in the very beginning, but that's okay, don't worry. You will start making sales pretty quickly on, especially if you go for the mentorship help that we provide. What you're going to do is you're going to go on catalog and add products. And then very simply, you're going to type in, I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon, which basically means you're going to be creating your own new listing. Now you can do two things. You can either select a category, or much easier, you can just type in beach ball and Amazon is going to find that for you. Okay? And let's just say we're going to go for, we can choose quite a few categories, and it's quite important that you choose the right one. In my opinion, sand and beach toys is probably the right category. And we're going to go on to the add product page, and this is where you're going to provide all the information to Amazon, aka its title, its product ID, which is the UPC codes that I'm going to tell you later on down the line in various other videos of how to get those, your brand name. If you haven't got registered brand name, you can use any brand name in the very beginning, and various other information. You're going to have to put that in order to have a listing on Amazon, your price, and then here you choose whether you want to ship the product yourself, i.e. have it in your house or your own storage facility and ship each order, or do you want Amazon to do it for you? And I would highly recommend starting off by letting Amazon dispatch all of those orders to you, okay? So what's going to happen is when you create this listing, it's actually going to show as out of stock, okay? And it will continue to be out of stock until you send your stock to Amazon. And then once Amazon has received it and it has it in the warehouses, that's when the video, basically the product actually is going to go live, and you will start seeing sales come in. And the very last and most important part is the images. This is where you're going to upload, according to the image guidelines, all of your product images. This is where the product will come into your house, and you will want to make sure you take the best possible images to highlight its functionality, highlight its attributes, highlight why your beach ball is nicer and better than all the others out there in the market. Okay, why should people buy your beach ball that might even be a little bit more expensive than the competitions? Okay, this is crucial, and I can't stress this enough. Besides how important the product is, the actual product itself, images are very important, because most people guess, you'll be surprised, actually don't actually read too much of the text of the title of the key features. They look at images. They base their buying decisions on images. So I know this was quite overwhelming. Please rewind the video and look over it again. I do go into a lot more detail about each stage of selling on Amazon in my other videos, but I really hope you found this video useful. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. There was going to be a lot more content to come, and I'll speak to you soon.